Shalawam, shalawam. And to that, we like to say Kal halayam, la alahayana wa yahawah, bahasham yahawahshi, bahasham qadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of great Stone Fruit Well. Shalawam unto the brothers that pushing his works, his truth, and his sincerity through the four corners of the earth. And shalawam unto the Israelites who have been scattered among the heathen nations. And shalawam unto the Akwat, which is the sisters who's listening and learning. There's a brother Rawchaa from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp out of Trinidad and Tobago. Right, so it's going to be a short one. Right, let's dive right into it.
Thank you. Welcome. Attention. Neo, welcome, sir. Happy to see you in Paris. You're the best. Thank you. Neo. Enjoy, Neo. Love your music, Neo. The show was amazing in Paris with Icon. Thank you so much. Welcome. Attention.
All right, I'm gonna just, this is, of how, of how men, be, should be, because, it's have a lot of of men, who actually desire this, right? And especially of an Israelite man as well, right? In this, in the polygamy aspect, what I would say is that, yahawah bahasham, with allow this, right? But what happens with in this time, in this realm, some men, stretch out themselves so thin where they can't manage, and not just can't manage physically, but to manage emotionally, mentally, right? Because first off, you gotta deal with your emotions, you gotta deal with their emotions as well. And dealing with more than one woman, you have different emotions. They may all agree to the same thing, but they have different emotions that you have to deal with. And some men don't have that mental capacity to deal with more than two, more than three or four, five, six, and counting, right? Some men just don't have that. That is why some men may fail, right? But this is not the point of this video. But the point of this video is where, this is what, most men look out to, and they all agree, they all agree to that one thing, to the polygamy. But the dress code is not of a proverb woman, right? It is not of that, because when you look at the dress code, mostly their bodies are revealing. With these is women of the world, right? It have the woman of the world and women who is not of this world, who are about the poly and so forth. They understand it. They cover themselves. They have their head wrapped, especially when they go out. right? Even when they're praying as well. These is the women who understands on the right hand side. But this here, what you're looking at is on the left hand side of things, right? This is on the left hand side of things, as you can see, right? And scriptures also talk about, within the last days, seven women will take hold of one man, and we could basically see that, a lot going on on the social medias, right? But most of them are on that left hand side. In everything, it have the left and it have the right, because on the left hand side, some of them having, sexual acts together and stuff like that, right? Which you are not supposed to be doing, right? But on the right hand side, right, yes, you could go out with your both wives, and y'all could do whatever activities, but you cannot condone sexual acts with each other at the same time, right? That is not right. That is going into fornication, and the Lord do not like fornication, right? Let me just get some precepts here. All right, there's a book of 1 Corinthians 6:18. It said, "Flee fornication. Every sin is without the body, but he that committed fornication sinneth against his own body." Right? That falls into different types of abominations, sort of like idolatry, right, and stuff like that, right, and also folk goes into like all those orgies, having threesomes and stuff like that, right? And this is what they have wrong, right? That this is what they do on the left hand side, right? But on the right hand side, you don't do those things on the right hand side. All right. These scriptures also speak about dressing in modest apparel. But these apparel that you're seeing here is not modest. It is not of a godly woman, right? You have your cleavage out, your breasts out, all kind of shit out.
Neo, welcome, sir. Happy to see you in Paris. You're the best.
So,
yes, thank you.
Right, there's a book of 1 Timothy 2:9. It said, "In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, which with shamefacedness and sobriety, not which broided hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array." Right? This, scripture here means, to don't be, decking off and, all the deck off and big gold and the chains, the big jewels, expensive jewels and those things, right? But, you could, wear your accessories, your little chain, your one or two little bracelets, stuff like that, your earrings, and stuff like that, right? This is how a modest woman dress, right? She dress very simple, right? She don't be too flashy. Sometimes on certain occasions, you may want to go a little all out, right? But normally on an everyday basis, right? You don't portray yourself like that, right? You don't portray yourself like that. So, right? So just Well, just basically, showing basically, the difference of, of how a modest woman is on the right hand side and how a woman is